It's on your favorite shelf.
It was. What's up, everybody?
Good morning.
This is the Uncanny Omar, and with me,
Astonishing Melanie.
And we are
Omni. Get it?
Fusion.
Wait, do it.
I don't. Oh my gosh.
Where are your fingers? Okay.
Anybody get that reference? Of course you all do. Let's see if we do. There we go. It's a little bit better.
Okay.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Year.
This is our first live chat in 2021.
It's finally 2021, and I know that logically that doesn't necessarily make that much of a difference. It's just the next week, but it's very encouraging. It's the next year. It's like, let's just get to the end of 2020. And Martian Pilgrim agrees.
Martian Pilgrim.
Right on the dot. Cheers to the first live stream for 2021.
The guy that quoted the name Omni. That's him.
Oh, pigtails.
Yeah, I was thinking about wearing pigtails, but I decided to not
I
go with
meant
it.
to hit that one, but yeah, pigtails. Celebrate. An ace. I'm so glad that you got your package. Awesome. Yay.
Awesome. By the way, PewDiePie is live. Are we competing against PewDiePie?
Hey, life is good.
Life is good.
yeah.
That's okay. It is morning here in the state of Kentucky. How's everybody doing? What time is it wherever you're from, and where are you from? I know my boy Marvel Bab. Birmingham, right? Marvel Bab. I remember.
Adrian's hat saying, good morning and happy new year, Omar and Melanie. What are your reading goals for 2021? This month, I want to read IDW Transformers so I could talk to my 11-year-old daughter and my husband about it.
Woo! Boy!
But this one I'm genuinely interested in. I'm like, Starman. I hope so. Don't let me get into it. And then, oh gosh, there are a lot though. Well, how about I don't have a time limit. I'm going to
don't
start
let
reading this
the
month.
size overwhelm you.
Oh,
take it an issue at a time. Oh my gosh. So I hope everybody's doing well. Happy New Year from Canada, Quebec. I love
Australia.
Western Australia represent.
Snow Kiss, New York. Wow, that's really poetic.
Anybody here from, where was it? Antarctica? That was our goal.
Oh, yeah, we need Antarctica.
As far as my reading goes, I have read about 67% of my collection, and I want to get back up to like 75. So it's going to be a lot of reading, but I am making some changes to the channel that's going to help that too. Nothing big, nothing major, just a couple of changes, tweaking the channel up a little bit to help me get through some reading. Which one? Okay, essays? Yeah.
Omar, do you like video games? And if so, what is your favorite?
Of course I do. My favorite game, Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6 to most people these days. That is the best RPG I've ever played in my life. Secret of Mana is close second, though, but that's memories of me yelling at my brothers. King of Fighters 96, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold. I love that game. And I really like Last of Us. That was an awesome game.
Yeah, that's the next one I need to play.
Last of Us, and there's series that I still follow, but I just don't have the time to play them anymore, sadly. I wish I did, but where I'm focused more on the channel, focused more on reading.
You loved Disgaea. Oh, he would play it while he was supposed to be talking.
Yeah, I loved Disgaea. When we were dating, and you would get mad at me.
I can hear buttons being pushed.
We talked every day. You want to talk for an hour? We had just seen each other.
Which side's my tattoo? Which side? Final Fantasy 10. Can you see it?
Man.
Final Fantasy 10 is my favorite. And I made this last night while watching
Cobra Kai, baby. Cobra Kai.
Terry. Action shot. Power geyser. No, power wave.
Yeah, Power Geyser is the ultimate attack. No spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 3, but I want a Eagle Fang karate shirt. That's not. Happy New Year, and Melanie. Not from Boston. That's where you are, Lionheart? Omar, what are your thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 3?
We went over this because there was Australian Lionheart.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we can't, right? Completely no spoilers.
I loved it.
We actually binged it.
10 episodes yesterday. I don't care what oh my gosh. I cried. I laughed. I got excited. I got excited with the cameos that were in there. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody that's a fan of Karate Kid, Karate Kid 2. Even Karate Kid 3 was there. I know next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. My brother kept saying that. What if Jennifer Gardner shows up? I'm like, are you talking about Hilary Swank from Karate Kid? But anyway, we had a lot of fun. It was awesome. Did I eat ceviche? Not for New Year's, but my mom always loved doing that for New Year's. But I am a fan of ceviche, though.
Mm-hmm. I really like it, too.
So here we are, 2021.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Yeah. Antarctica. Omar, no one is from Antarctica. They
Oh.
may... Wait, well, I can't... they
Roberto.
might be there for work, but that's true. No one is from... no one's born there.
You don't know what happens in Antarctica. I'm sure things, work, people get to... Anyway, yeah, you're probably right. There ain't nobody who lives there, I guess.
My 2021 goals would be to get my hands on all those Uncanny X-men Omnis. It's always seemed to be out of print. Wish me luck. By the way, Omar, if you could choose one, Whedon or Morrison run on X-Men?
Whedon. Whedon spoke more to me than Morrison's run. Morrison's run's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but Whedon's run is the one that, it's the one that I was like, okay, I'm going to read comics for the rest of my life.
Apparently,
It's
I
wonderful.
can't read this without getting it on my lips. I can't read it. I can't drink this without getting it on my lips.
Is Michael Emmond here?
He said he just sobered up from New Year's.
Oh, well, look at you, Michael.
Get Lionheart cried a couple of times watching.
Dude, so good, right? Oh, so good. I love that show. Best show I've seen in 2021.
Wow, you're Lord Omar.
I like that
Benny.
name. I like that. I must make you start calling me.
Oh,
You better start calling me that.
When you're grandpa, you're gonna be a great one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call myself. Do you have Black Panther comics? Where to start reading Black Panther comics? I have two very strong thoughts about Black Panther comics and where to start reading them. That's an excellent question, by the way. Number one is the Christopher Priest run. That's my favorite run on Black Panther. However, it is dense and it takes a lot to get into. It's not fun at first. It's kind of boring, but damn, is it so good, especially with the slow pacing, and you see where he's going, and then he does more world building with Wakanda. And the other one is the Reggie Hudlin run. Reggie Hudlin is the exact opposite. It's fun from the get-go. It's adventurous. It's exciting. And it really didn't add much to the character. Now, there's also the Ta-Nehisi Coates. I think he does an amazing job of reintroducing the character of Black Panther to recent, new readers. And that can be found in an oversized hardcover, hoping for an omnibus someday. But yeah, those are the two. I snuck a third one in there. You can go with the classics though, the McGregor stuff.
How do you store your books to prevent page sag?
Name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. I don't. I never have, Gabriel, because I've never had issues with them, right? I've heard of this. I've heard of people asking me this. Now, what people have done, what I've seen people do is put like a styrofoam block underneath the pages to keep them from sagging over the years. But I've had some of these books for 17 years, some of these Omnis for 17 plus years, and they're holding up. My first Omnibus is still holding up, and I bought that thing used.
IKEA shelves on top of carpet on top of concrete. Is that true?
I mean, that's what I got them on. They ain't sagging. They ain't going nowhere.
Somebody mentioned earlier Inca Cola or Chicha Morada.
Oh, man. Inca Cola.
Inca Cola. Oh, I hated it until I ate at a
Peruvian restaurant.
And I ate it with beans and rice, or I drank it with beans and rice, and I'm like, oh, this is the best.
Lionheart, that Godzilla book that's coming out on January 13th is a trade paperback. No hardcover. No love for the big guy.
And Happy New Year's to everybody. Thank you for the wishes.
Yes, thank you all.
I'm so happy. It's
most awaited book for 2021, non-superhero. Wow, non-superhero. Honestly, every month I do my top 10 essential buys, must buys. And mainly it's a list for me, but it's people have asked me what if I had to pick 10 books out of the month. I did a top 10 last year, and it kind of cursed me because Uncanny X-Men Volume 4 was supposed to come out in 2020. It got delayed because of the pandemic, so I was playing it safe and not doing it. But really, I'm waiting for the next deluxe edition of Saga, even though they haven't picked the series back up yet. I'm waiting for the next edition, deluxe edition of Low. I don't think that's even been solicited yet. Or Ascender, which is the follow-up to the Descender series. the next World of Black Hammer. And oh, I'll tell you what, I'm looking for that the next Parker special edition, the big one. That's one of my most anticipated books. It was supposed to come out last year, but it never made it. So it's coming, I think. I have it in the description of this video, the latest updates. And speaking of updates, I do have a couple of things I needed to say. The two new stocks of, this is really strange, of Morbius and She-Hulk have square spines. So it's strange because they stopped using that printer in Malaysia back in June. So I don't know if they had a contract with them and they were like, yeah, go ahead and finish printing out the rest, or what happened. But the new printing of Morbius and the new printing of She-Hulk, both of them have square spines. East of West, volumes 1, 2, and 3 are going to have one more printing. And according to Jonathan Hickman, that's it. There will be no more. And I always tell Melanie, when people say that, I always think of like the Rolling Stones. This is the last tour we're going to do. We're never doing it again. It's always the last thing until money comes around and you're like, yeah, all right, we'll print it one more time. Whatever.
Dying Breed Collectors,
what's up, buddy?
Mentioned in the chat earlier that your package came in, and because I check them every Saturday morning, so it came in this week.
She's sweet.
We got a couple more packages at noon. I'm so excited. From Kid Flash and Tommy Sanchez to open. So thank you. So Dying Breed Collectors, Happy New Year. For my copy of Cape Crusader 5 last week, easily my favorite DC line.
Oh.
Are you confident they'll finish those up and link them to Nightfall? 1 more for CC, 3 for DKD. Wow, are you confident? Like, he's going to blame you if you
have confidence, Atreyu. I think, had you asked me this in 2020, the beginning of 2020, I would have been like, hell yes, they're going to do it. It makes sense. But now, man, that catalog is so bare bones. I mean, the amount of Omnis that are in that catalog for the months of May until September is depressing, right? It's not hopeful. Hopefully the calendar or the catalog that will show us the September to December books will be 3 times as big and get us back to normal. I hope they do, because we don't need that many. You're right. We need one more, like what? You're right. One more for Cape Crusader and then a couple more for Dark Knight Detective. I'm all over those, dude. I love that stuff. That's the best way to collect Batman post Crisis on Infinite Earths. However, a lot of those are out of stock. Volume 4 of Cape Crusader came and went because it came during the pandemic. So Diamond never got any. The only people that got it was Penguin Random House. So that means Amazon got it, Barnes & Noble got it. I know Cheap Graphic Novels got it, and that's it. That was it. And now it's gone.
Luis was asking which one have flat spines. I know.
I'm sorry. The Black Widow. I'm sorry, not Black Widow. Morbius, and the She-Hulk by John Byrne. Both of those, the new printings have flat spines. Those are the only ones I've heard of. I've not seen anything. I've gotten some advanced copies of like the Captain America ones, and all those have curved spines. So I don't know what's maybe, like I said, maybe they had a contract with that company.
So thank you, Meow Nyan. And like your 3 Jokers review, will that and Doomsday Clock ever age well, since they're sort of indicators of eternal and editorial problems at DC? Wow, that's a good question.
I think they will. I mean, 10 years from now, people will still be talking about 3 Jokers and the changes that they made. But it really depends.
And from the comments, I mean, lots of people really liked it.
Yeah, but it really depends on where they go, right? If they use it like the Killing Joke and they're like, this is canon, this is really the origin of the Joker, and they start moving forward with stories like that, then of course that story is going to be more impactful than we originally thought. If they never talk about it again, if there's no repercussions because of everything that happened within the story of the 3 Jokers, then I don't know. It's probably it's going to be one of those Gotham by Gaslight books that people still hold dear, but nobody really talks about often. Go to Roberto Rodriguez. That's a good question. So, any word on Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus? I sent David a list a couple weeks ago. of the books that immediately went out of print from Diamond. War of the Realms, Infinity Gauntlet, Peter David Hulk Volume 2, Man Omnibus Volume 3, and I know Man Omnibus Volume 3 and Peter David Hulk 2, I think both of those are being restocked. What was there was another one. Oh, X-Men. But X-Men's a no, like X-Men Volume 2 is a no-brainer. Everybody knew that was going to go out of stock. Not that fast, though. X-Men Volume 3 is already out of print at Diamond. Now that's normal. That I'm sure. And when I say that, by the way, for those people that are wondering, what do you mean out of print? That literally means that the distributor Diamond, who sends these books to companies like Cheap Graphic Novels or In Stock Trades or Tales of Wonder, is completely out, and they have back ordered the book with the printers. But if the printers aren't printing anymore, then they're not going to get any more. So once In Stock Trades, Cheap Graphic Novels, Tales of Wonder, whomever, your local comic book shop, once they sell out, that's it. So that's why I am keeping him updated with these things, though, because before, like, a lot of people have asked me, why can't Marvel keep up with this stuff? Because if you think about it, like, from a publisher's perspective, I know it's ridiculous, but like, think about it like a business. Once you're published something, your job is to move that, make sure it sells, and then just look at the sales figures. That's it. I mean, you did your job. Look how well this book sold. You have no idea. You don't keep up with if it's out of stock. You don't know that people are paying $300 in the aftermarket for this stuff. It's just looking at it like that, because you're already thinking ahead. You're already thinking about next year. I mean, look at the catalog that we got from Marvel, right? Like, they're already thinking all the way up until August. And every time I do that, I know you're worried. I ain't gonna hit you, baby.
I know.
You would knock my ass out live chat.
I'd be blocking if I really thought you're gonna hit
me. That's really what it is. So what it comes down to is they're already thinking ahead, and all this stuff is behind. They've already sold. They had no idea this stuff was out of print or anything. So that's where yours truly kind of comes in and helps out, because I'm helping you guys out, because I love you guys, and I want everybody to have a chance to read these stories and own these books. And then, it helps Marvel out to sell these books, because if people are paying $300 for these things that are out of print, then surely the publisher can make some money printing them again. Now, it's not every time, right? Because just like 12 of us want Tomb of Dracula Volume 2 reprinted. Probably not going to happen. I mean, I'd love that because I need it too, but it's just a thing. Like, from a business perspective, it wouldn't make sense to reprint a book that's only going to sell that many copies. Hey, Lord.
Lord and my lady.
What's up,
I love
buddy?
These nicknames. I know you're a fan of the Duck comics. Have you ever read Terry and the Pirates? Do you know what that is?
I do, but I have never read it.
What is it?
It's a comic, but actually, Fantagraphics actually prints them. I mean, I've seen the covers. I've never actually opened it up.
Are they animals?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
I've not read it, and that's one of my biggest goals this year, is to start reading all these things. Like, I want to finish reading Tintin. I'm going through right now. I'm going through Judge Dredd for the first time, the second set, so it's volume 7 through 12. And it's time, setting time aside to find the time to read books too, as well as make videos and talk to you wonderful people. Thank you, Martian
Pilgrim. Hey, Omar, the past 4 Excalibur Epic collections were released during February and March timeframe. Nothing solicited till August. Please confirm if we're getting a 5th one this year.
I didn't announce any Excalibur, did I? I think they were focusing. Okay, so this is a good question, because this is a kind of a segue to what happens when people miss out and when people want these books, right? Okay, so there's 2 things that happens with the Epic collections. Epic collections, once they go out of print, I give David a list of I think I give it to him every quarter or every 5 months. And they go through that list and try to reprint them. For the first time in 2021, we have this is crazy. And this upset a lot of people that have been reading Epics for a long time, but it made a lot of people happy that have just gotten into the Epic game. They are reprinting 15 Epics in the first quarter. I think, or is it the second quarter? I can't remember. All I know is people were upset with me. I'm like, I just got the messenger. Don't kill me.
You didn't make the decision.
So they're reprinting 15 and only giving us 3 new epics. So as an old epic collector, people are like, they should have bought these when they came out 10 years ago or 7 years ago, right? And then the new epic collectors are like, oh, cool, they're reprinting a bunch of these things that I missed out on.
Right, because 7 years ago to a 20-year-old, they're 13, right?
Don't age me.
No, I'm saying that logic.
No, I know, but people were genuinely upset that Marvel's not giving them new epics.
Well,
instead
okay,
reprinting
that's a point too. That's a point too.
So unlike Omnis can get their money back. I think the cost of making an epic, I don't know why. There's not much of an overhead, and so it takes a lot for them to reprint it. So. But good question, man. Omar 13 for look who's there. Tina. Hey,
Hi,
girl.
Tina.
Are you working?
Hi.
Or are you off? If you're off, why aren't you on here?
Great Garlu said that Tynion the Pirates is a comic strip from the 1930s that ran to the early 70s. Wow.
That's a lifetime.
Its creator. Okay, so it's a strip.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to have to check that out. There's a lot of books I need to check out. Like a lot of recommendations after I did my top 10 reads of 2020. A lot of recommendations from like European comics, which I need to get. Go to
wait. Today's Dean's birthday.
Oh, Dean! Cool last name, by the way.
Happy birthday! And
Absolutely.
many returns of the year. Wait, what's the phrase?
Happy many returns.
Happy. Quick question: Avengers by Hickman or New Avengers by Bendis? Also, do you think Marvel does not reprint New Avengers by Bendis Omni because he's working for DC now?
No. Dean, excellent question. Let me answer the last part of your question, because that's what I asked David. My first phone call with David, I said, why aren't you guys reprinting Daredevil? That would sell so good right now. It's been out of print for over a decade. And he's like, really? It didn't sell that well. And I'm like, I swear it would sell if you reprint it these days. I don't know why he listened to me. Like I literally was just a madman on the phone, like with my wish list. And it wasn't even a wish list for me. It was my wish list of everything I've gathered from everybody online that has been asking me for things over the years, right? When we make wish lists of reprints. And I asked him, is it because he's now working at DC? And he's like, no, we don't do that. I mean, we treat everybody the same. And then the next day he emailed me going, okay, we're going to reprint Daredevil by Bendis. And I was like, yes. Awesome. I hope it sells. It better sell or he's never talking to me again. And happy birthday. As far as I'll tell you what, Bendis will make it much like the case of Reggie Hudlin and Christopher Priest on Black Panther. Bendis will make it easier for you to get into Avengers. It's an easy read. It's a fun read. Hickman is very decompressed and kind of boring. And you don't see the overall picture until about halfway through the arc, what he's doing. Especially if you're reading Avengers and New Avengers. New Avengers and Avengers by Hickman together. Oh, it's a great read. What's up, Harry? What are you doing, buddy? What's the heaviest book you own?
Is it that one that weighs 22 pounds that I was going to use as a comparison for Calvin and Hobbes?
I think it's my little Nemo one. The little Nemo book. The one that's in the box. Yeah, that thing is huge.
Well, especially if you include the box too.
Yeah.
Right.
What a good question, Harry. Haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, so we got some super chats here. Korean Water Bear's back. Yes.
Is that your username? I'm studying English with comic books. That's awesome.
That's cool.
I have no questions today. Instead, I sincerely wish you two a happy new year. Thank you so much. That is so sweet.
Water bears are so cute. Okay, Mr. Tolliver.
They're not real creatures.
What do you? Yes, they are.
I was quoting Johnny.
Oh.
When he was like, mongoose. No, I need something real.
I need a real
Happy New Year, you two. Omar, how excited are you for Moon Knight Omnibus? All I've been able to find is one Lemire trade paperback and a Benson one. The Moon Knight Omnibus is the very beginning of Moon Knight. So I'm very excited because I love Doug Mensch. His writing is solid. However, Bill Sienkiewicz's art on that book is freaking amazing. It's really the book, not to spoil my top 10 list, but it's one of my top 10 books that you have to get in January. It's a wonderful read, and it's kicking. It kicks ass. It's also the first half. If it sells well enough, I hope we get a second omnibus, and then we can get Mark Spector, Moon Knight, and then all the other stuff that came out, like the Charlie Houston stuff years later. That would be awesome.
Zach has a good question because I know you love the EC
yeah.
archives. I've been wanting to get into EC Comics, and I was wondering, should I read the EC Archives or the EC Artist Library volumes by Fantagraphics? What is the difference between the two?
The archives will have the entire library collected. I don't think the Artist Library volumes, they don't have the rights for everything. The archives, though, are recolored and remastered. So if that bothers you, because I know it bothers some people, if you go back to some of my videos when I've done an EC archive overview, you can see what the colors look like. They're modernized, but they're not in your face modernized like Neil Adams' Batman Omnibus. They're, gosh dang it, and they're not like subtle like Thor by Walter Simonson. I still find that a little subtle. They're actually, it's more like Thor by Walter Simonson, and I'm using these terms that I hope you know what I'm talking about. But some people, purists, and I get it, have a big issue with that. They never should have recolored them. But if you want to own them in color, that is the cheapest way to get them, is that way. And that's the way I suggest getting them. And they're a little more affordable when they're back in print.
Jack Ferry, he is talking about Little Nemo in Slumberland.
No. That's the follow-up. I'm talking about the original Little Nemo book.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay, baby.
Talking about.
Don't say that. There's two. There's two big books.
I looked at myself and I'm giving you this look like you're wrong. Just for a split second.
Because you're used to doing that?
I guess. Oh, wise one, Omar. Will we get a Troika?
And Prodigal reprints.
Hard to track down to finish the 25th annual collection.
They were part of the Omnibus, weren't they? The Nightfall Omnibus Volume 3? I know Prodigal was. Oh, Troika was part of the Kelly Jones book with Doug Mensch. Damn, that's out of print too. I hope so. I hope they reprint that. They reprint Cataclysm and Road to No Man's Land Volume 1. I think it's out of print. Contagion is out of print, and so is Legacy. So I hope they print them.
Hey, can we put in a word from our sponsor here? How to purchase graphic novels for cheap?
Low price. Yes. Go ahead, Melanie.
Cheap graphic novels. Go there.
Jeez, that's it? Go there?
Max works hard, 14 hours a day. I don't want to give a number and it'd be wrong. Can you please give some numbers?
It's discounts up to 50% off.
Up to 50% off.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say 50% off, which I was like, that's not right. Up to 50% off.
Mention cheap graphic. Mention near mint condition so you can get free shipping on your next order as long as it's in the U.S.
Omar, do you have Marvelous?
Cycle Cleveland. What's up, buddy? Omar, let's hear some stories. What do you want to hear, man? You want to hear some after dark Omar stories? Or you want to hear some Saturday morning kid-friendly stories?
Well,
it is Saturday morning. I don't have a choice. Oh, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Okay. Wait. Just really quick. Sorry, I asked. Do you own Marvel Essential?
I did. I don't have a single one left. I sold them all a couple of years ago because I like the Epic collections more.
Yeah.
And I feel like Epics were more complete. Yeah. So I don't have them anymore. Honestly, I wish the only one I had kept was the Godzilla one because I don't see that being reprinted for a long time in any kind of format because of, again, just, things they don't own the rights to anymore. It's all tricky when it comes to like copyrighted stuff like that.
Thank you, Sugar Man. What's your favorite X-Men roster / team? Hashtag Punisher by Rucka Omnibus. Hashtag My Sugar So Sweet.
This is a oversized guy. This is the same guy.
But you have Storm as the leader.
Wait, are you talking about like if I were to pick my own X-Men team?
Let's do that.
Okay.
I don't know, but he paid $5 for maybe another
Let's see.
question.
I'd have Storm as the leader, of course. Yes, Storm's the greatest leader of the X-Men. Wolverine, Longshot, Rogue.
Yeah, I like Rogue.
Psylocke, but Psylocke is so convoluted now. So I guess Quanon to make it, Yeah.
Hey, this is your dream team. Make it Psylocke from the past. Make it Bikini Psylocke.
You know what I'm talking about. Yellow Bikini Psylocke. Yeah, from X-Men 8. Yes, her. Then I'd have Bubble Rogue from Uncanny X-Men 269.
Oh, yes.
Shadowcat. Yeah, Shadowcat. I love Shadowcat. Nightcrawler. Man, there's so many good X-Men. Yeah, I really wasn't ever the biggest fan of Gambit. People really like Gambit, and they kind of got on my nerves.
I like Gambit.
I mean, yeah, he's cute.
Okay, we got a super chat, but Mad.Comics just wanted to say hi. He's at work.
What's up, buddy?
Supposed to be working, but just wanted to wish you a big happy 2021 from the UK. Excited to see where the channel will go this year, and sorry for drunk messaging you.
No. He's a super nice guy. He has his own channel. A lot of people have compared him to they said that he's the UK version of Omar, and that is very flattering.
Aww.
So yeah, man, you keep doing it. You keep growing.
We're excited.
Maybe I'm the US version of Mad Dog. I'm the US version of Mad Dog.
There you go. There you go. And we're excited for changes as well. Connor Gunning, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year's, Omar and Melanie. Omar, will we ever see Marvel doing compendiums in the future, similar to how Invincible has 3?
No. I can say I am confident in that answer because David doesn't like those big books that are in softcover format. He thinks it's kind of, and I'm not quoting him or anything, but I think we've both shared our opinion on both of those, on that format, on the compendium format. It's not for Marvel. He calls it's not the Marvel way. So I don't see that happening.
Hey, here's a question it's a question of mine. Are the IDW Transformers and TMT books new reader friendly?
They sure are. 100%. My daughter, who was 10 at the time, read Transformers without knowing anything about Transformers other than watching the movie. Fell in love with it, especially when she got to Phase 2. Like obsessed over it. This is a new.
She loves Whirl. Loves Whirl.
he's an awesome character. This is a new retelling of both Transformers and Ninja Turtles. You don't need to know anything beforehand. You don't need to talk about, or you don't need to have known any of the TV shows or any incarnations of Ninja Turtles or Transformers to enjoy them. They are wonderful. You know who I am? You want me to talk about Death Note? It's okay. I like the pictures. I really wasn't the biggest fan of Death Note. I know people really love it, but it's okay. What's up, Glenn? Hi, Omar. Hi, Melanie from the UK. Good to see you both. Omar, I pre-ordered X-Men Age of Apocalypse Omni. Do I need the companion Omni? And if so, do I read it before or after Age of Apocalypse? Do you need it? No, not really. You know, there's only 2 stories in there that to me are essential to the Age of Apocalypse, and that's the X-Universe stories. It was 2 issues. They were supersized, so they're a little bit longer. But they told the stories of what was going on everywhere else. And then they also have the X-Men Unlimited ones, which is what happened before Age of Apocalypse. Like what happened to some of the characters and why they didn't show up in Age of Apocalypse. Also 2 issues of that. I mean, honestly, so it's up to you. For completest sake, I have it, because it's got some pretty good one-shots. But as far as like what you really need, it's all in that Age of Apocalypse Omnibus. That's just my honest opinion. Please don't talk about Death Note.
Michael Emmons said, "If a friendly reminder to like the hit button, please." Oh
yes, please. Friendly reminder. Yes, it helps with.
Psycho Cleveland's yelling at you.
He always
want to know how the.
This is the way the man talks. All right.
OR days factor into the Omar story. What's OR?
The OR operating rooms.
Oh, how'd you get into it? And how'd you get out of it? Stories. You got some good stories.
Man, the OR. So yeah, I worked in the operating room for about 1.5 years. I was the IT person in the operating room. I was the project manager for the operating rooms in one of the hospitals near here. And I will say that it takes a special person to work that kind of job, because there's a lot of heartache, and I've seen my share of crap in my life. You know, you see a lot of blood, a lot of things in there, and it's not for, you have to have a strong stomach. But the thing that nobody really prepares you for are the sad things that happen. And then when that involves kids, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I love going in I would go into the operating rooms during a procedure because things would break down. And it was stressful. Like, I would get phone calls like, hey, somebody's life is depending on this machine and it's not working. Remember that? Like, I was driving and I had to pull over. So it was that wasn't that bad. The thing is just like, when bad things happen and it happened to children, like, I couldn't do it anymore. It got really rough. So that's why I said it takes a special person to do jobs like that. So God bless anybody here that is in that position, working at the hospitals or just working in healthcare, because it ain't easy. You know, you gotta shut down your emotions sometimes. And I have a hard time doing that. So after a year and a half, it was rough and I had to get out. So
you did get to see a human heart beating.
yeah, I got to see a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have told you about. I shouldn't have told you about.
And the inside of somebody's knee.
That was cool. Oh, I did. Like, my favorite thing that I did there, though, was installing one of the new machines. That's kind of like the Minority Report when they're doing brain operations. Because a lot of people, like, in movies, you see surgeons cutting. Man, surgeons don't ever look down, except for the old school surgeons these days. They're looking at monitors the entire time while they're cutting into you.
Couldn't do that.
Like, they're looking up here, over here, at different angles of whatever they're looking at. In movies and in TV shows, you still see the surgeons like, I gotta get this guy's knee out. But I don't know if that's how they talk. But yeah, man, I got several stories from there. Maybe I'll share them one day with you, Cycle. Crazy bastard. Yo, Omar and Melanie, thank you for the super chat. Final Shadow. Thoughts on the recently revealed new spider suit in Amazing Spider-Man? It's always funny to me because I think the longer you read comics, the more you're like, whatever. When these things are temporary, you realize he's gonna go back. Like, I remember when people were upset with the well, I don't want to spoil that. So the transition from Spider-Man to Superior Spider-Man, people were upset. And I was just thinking, this is just temporary, right? Like, there's no way they keep this. No way. And you all, for whomever read Superior Spider-Man, you know what I'm talking about. There's no way Marvel was going to keep that. We have movies coming out. Anyway.
Ace is offering or asking, do you have anything you're looking out for in terms of Omnibus? Because her friends.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Offering.
Yeah, I was going to do a video because people, after I see a lot of comments after I did my book tour, like, for the man that has everything. And not really. I mean, there are things I still look for. I'm still looking for Absolute Promethea, volumes 1, 2, and 3. There's a few manga that I still look for. And manga, for anybody that has been following manga, that when that goes out of print, that stuff gets crazy and insane prices. Like, you all think it's bad with Omnibus, like $300. There's things in manga, like, it's insane how much people charge. Whether people are buying it or not, I don't know. But what they're charging is insane.
What was I going to get you?
Phoenix.
Year? Okay.
See, like, my holy grail is Phoenix by Osamu Tezuka.
It's like, was it 1,000?
I waited and I waited. And I'm like, surely somebody's going to pick up the rights and give us a hardcover collection of this one day. And it never happened.
Would you like the honor of picking Adrian's first read of the year? Debating between Sleeper Omnibus, Essay Cap Omnibus, and Chew.
Sleeper. Adrian, Happy New Year. Go with Sleeper. Oh, I love that story. That's Ed Brubaker. And Phillips. Oh gosh, Sean Phillips. Yes. Oh, that story is so good.
Brian asks from Edmonton, Alberta.
Hey, we've been there.
Yeah,
we've been there. I have a friend that lives there.
There was a dust storm when we were there.
I'm sure he's like, there's always dust storms here. This is Alberta.
I'm torn. I've been collecting floppies for 30 years, but I love seeing the collected editions. I'm thinking about selling my books and going to hardcovers and omnis.
That's what I did. And it was so tough for me to do. And that was a long time ago, too. But, once I got rid of them, I find it easier to pick up a book from my bookshelf. Like, I still miss going to the comic book shop and getting single issues. And maybe once or twice a year I will buy a single issue. But it's just it's a life I don't want to. I don't see myself going back to once you get into the collected edition. Wow, thank you so much for the super chat. That is so sweet. So happy New Year. I hear you about being in operating rooms. I'm a nurse. See blood every day. I admire your passion and honest personality. Thank you. I want to read Spider-Man, but I'm overwhelmed. Where to start? Love me some oldies. If you like oldies, then yeah, go for that. Steve Ditko and Stan Lee Spider-Man. That is classic. There are some damn good stories in there. If This Be My Destiny has to be one of my favorite, like top 5 favorite Spider-Man stories of all time. Roger Stern's run is solid. That's getting a reprint. JMS's run, the very first omnibus, has some of the best Spider-Man stories for modern age, I think. Oh man, there's some wonderful and beautiful moments in that omnibus. And then there's Sins Past. And then there's One More Day. But if you can overlook that, those stories are wonderful. Amazing. You know what? Spider-Man by Eric Larson actually has some really fun stories. I love the Return of the Sinister Six, but even more so, love the Revenge of the Sinister Six. Like, Spider-Man gets Deathlock's arm and has a robotic eye for no reason at all. And Superior Spider-Man is freaking phenomenal. Now that, I think you would have to read just a little bit of older Spider-Man stories, but it's so good. You love Spider-Man. What do you recommend?
Straczynski's run. Okay. I mean, remember we like photocopied panels out of that to give to each other, and because I've always had a crush on Spider-Man, right? And that he's, old school Spider-Man's teenager. I like the
He's
age.
A grown-up in that one.
Yeah,
he's like a teacher in that one.
So there's teacher.
Yeah. It's a good one. Also, God bless you for being a nurse. It's a tough position and a tough job, but thank you so much for that.
Freddie said, "Gotta ship that Batman you want on Monday."
Oh, God.
You? To you? Or is this a joke?
No, he's right.
Aw,
Freddie's a good guy. Omar asked a friend, what is Batman's real name? She said his real name was Richard. Well, you got Dick Grayson, so she's kind of. So what if she was talking about? When Dick took over the role as Batman, and she's like, "See, sucker, you don't know anything about Batman." And she's like, "I'm talking about Grant Morrison's run on Batman."
Hi, PsychoSeb. We are doing good because this is fun.
What's up, buddy? I love seeing that guy's name pop up. I love seeing all these old names that still have the same icon that I'm like, I know that
guy. Okay. What about, sorry, I was looking at the thoughts on, come on now. Demon Slayer and I Am Hero. You really liked I Am a Hero?
I love I Am a Hero, but it's not for everybody because that character is annoying as hell. The main character, he's depressed and whiny. And then there's some things that happen when they get to the mall. But I don't know. I really liked it. I haven't read the Demon Slayer manga. I know Tina, my co-host Tina has.
And she said really liked she's going to try to get on.
She did? Okay, good.
Yeah. So that'd be a good question for her. And I really like that dramatic picture of Cyclops.
Yeah, it reminds me of the video game when his winning stance when he goes Capcom or
yes,
Marvel versus Capcom, the first one.
Yes.
Love that.
Uncanny fam. Hey Christopher. Any dates for Birds of Prey thick trades?
The only one I have is in January. The new one that skips like freaking 20 issues. Damn, that's crazy. Who asked about Infinity Crusade? So it looks like Infinity Crusade is out of print, the standard edition. The direct market cover is low stock, which looks like, I don't know, 30 or so. But there's your answer. It is out of print, but that just means from the distributor, right? Not from the shops. It could still be in the shop for months.
Thank you, Mega Shrimp Sir. Hello and Happy New Year. So since we're apparently not getting an Alpha Omnibus this year, how many cats are there on Marvel's board of directors? I get it. I get it.
Because he eats cats. Yes. That's a
Thank you for the super chat.
We are not getting an Alpha Omnibus, but we are getting a Volume 2 of an Omnibus that I get to announce on Monday, I think. I recorded that video like 3 weeks ago. And they have to wait, like with these things, they have to wait and then get the go ahead. But that one video should be coming out on Monday. It's a Volume 2 of a book. So
Jason Feinstone, what did you guys do for New Year's Eve? It was nice. It was just your brothers came over, and with our girls, we played old school arcade games, Dungeons and Dragons, Super Puzzle Fighter 2, Turbo. And and the like. It was a lot of fun. We played it until midnight. Lydia ate 12 grapes for midnight because her Mimu told her to. Is it just Peruvian tradition, or is it?
I don't know.
That's other countries as well.
Or it might just be my mom's tradition.
Lydia's like, we're out of grapes. We need more grapes.
She also told me that I would get worms in my stomach if I ate candy before breakfast, and I believed that until I was in my 30s. I was in my 30s. I was like, oh, there she is.
Here we've got.
Let me get Tina in here.
Oh,
hey,
okay,
Tina.
yeah.
Hey.
You can hear us.
You
look like you're going on an adventure. Hey guys, Happy New Year from Ireland. Just wondering,
Adventure Tina,
if you could recommend some collected editions for someone new to reading Thor.
My Jubilee Light.
Yeah, 100%. Get the. Let me see. Walter Simonson's Thor Omnibus, solid. That's a classic and a must. And I'm trying to think what else. For classic, I'm a big Tom DeFalco guy. I'm a big Tom DeFalco I almost said lover, but that's gonna come back and hit me in the ass later. So let's see. Some of these are out of print. So hang it. Jason Aaron Thor. Dude, his run, get the complete collections because those are the ones in print right now. They're freaking awesome. Everybody's waiting for the Omnibus, so if you want to wait for that, we know it's coming. I mean, it's.
Do you know how much like Mac from Always Sunny you are?
What?
Just saying these things and they're not sounding right. Just keep on. Not sounding right in terms of what you mean.
I immediately said, I take that back. I'm not going to say it. Mario Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat, hermano. Really hope that the Iron Man Omnibus by Dan Slott does well. We need more Iron Man Omnis. We do, 100%. It doesn't seem that the character sells that well, as most of the Iron Man Omnibus are still in stock. Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem. It's trying to test the waters on Iron Man, so they were thinking maybe the new run, people really enjoyed it. I wish they would finish the Matt Fraction run, despite of, it was ups and downs, but it had good artwork by Salvador La Roca. And then the Kieran Gillen run, I'd love to see that collected in omnibus format. You know what was a good book, though, that they should do is the Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. years. I would love to have that in a big format, but we'll see what they come up with.
Tina, here's a question for you. Jaggernaut was asking, how was your New Year's Eve? Yeah, what did you all do?
We sat in front of the TV. I played some video games and then promptly fell asleep on the couch. Like,
what time?
Dweeb. Probably around 1 o'clock.
Oh, well.
I made it. I did. My favorite thing though was the like wacky wavable inflatable guys.
Yes, I saw post about that. That's what I thought too. They're so prominent with nobody there.
They're just
man. But yeah, I think until 12:15 we had some really bad champagne. Nobody could drink after one sip, and so
we had mimosas. We always do mimosas.
Oh, that's good. Do you have any advice for Louise moving his collection?
Yes.
Everything.
Whenever you're moving, go ahead and start going to your local comic book shop and start asking them to save you the diamond boxes. Those diamond
yeah.
boxes are sturdy. The sturdiest thing you can put your comics in, especially your Omnis. So, and every week, every Wednesday, every Tuesday, they'll get a shipment. And if you ask them that if you yourself will drive over there and pick them up, they will start saving them for you. That's the best advice I can give anybody that's moving, not just Omnis, but just getting free boxes. Those things are sturdy as hell.
That's a good idea. Tina, did you paint your wall yourself?
The walls back here? Yeah. Yeah, we did this when we moved in. Like, we painted the entire house. Never do that. Never decide to paint each individual room a different color. You will regret your decision immediately. Regret. You can see all my, we moved the computer to the living room, so you can see all my lovely fan art collection. So
for whomever was asking about East of West, the final printing of East of West volumes 1, 2, and 3 are coming in March, and that's it. The final printing, whatever that means.
Final countdown. Matthew said he just used a bunch of diamond boxes recently. Hey, you got your new art there. Nice.
Matthew Mangy.
Artist Matthew Mangy.
Everybody should follow this guy on Instagram and Twitter. His art is amazing. He's donated some to our channel when we've done giveaways. He's a great artist. One day I hope to see his name on Uncanny X-Men.
What about Legion Quest?
That's my buddy.
Given DC Avengers canceled the Deluxe Rebirth line, will we ever see the final Batman by King Volume 6? Though I guess with all the stuff going down at DC, you may not know.
Man, I don't even have faith that we'll actually get those in. What did they release them in? Standard trade paperback or standard hardcover edition, and then we got some trade paperback of a complete collection, skipping some issues. Then we got a weird, what was that? Lee Weeks. What the hell, DC? Like, we got an oversized hardcover of Lee Weeks with stuff that has already been printed, and that's it. And now we're waiting on that final. Well, I guess there'll be 2 more, right? So I don't know. I hope that catalog again in September through December looks good. So hopefully.
Thank you for the super chat.
You want to take this one?
Hey guys, I really want a new character to get into. I was thinking of Spawn because I saw the old TV show as a kid. Any advice on how to get into that?
If you really want to get into Spawn, there's a compendium of Spawn coming out. Oh, when is it? June, I think, of next year. If you want to wait that long. But it has the first 50 issues of Spawn collected in it. Now it's a compendium, so they're soft cover, big, thick trades. So if you want to go down that route, that's the route I would take. Because the hardcovers are completely out of print, even though they were thinking about reprinting them, they kind of backpedaled on that and decided to go with the compendium route. So
you inspire me. I want a new character to get into. That's a good idea. Maybe I won't read Transformers.
What the hell? It's a new character.
That's too many.
oh my goodness. Meow Omar, which boss has the worst case of
Omega Rugel Shinakuma Gonads? We used to call them Gonads.
Gonads.
I still think I'm funny when I say that. Gil, Shao Kahn, cheap controlled throwing man. Dude, Omega Rugel is the cheesiest freaking character to, like, once you unlock him, he's such a freaking cheese. Like, all my friends would pick him. Like, what's his face? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. What's Evil Iori's name when he goes all evil? Oh my gosh, I can't remember the names. Man, where is Rob when I need him? Lionheart.
No.
Lionheart, now you're in the chat. What is Evil Iori? What, when he goes all purple and stuff? What do they call him? It's something. I almost said something ridiculous like origami Iori. No, you idiot. That's paper. The Spawn compendium is going to be in color. Oxmeat Pete. Oh, look, he's got what's his name as an icon.
Oh my gosh, Tina. What's his name? Do you guys? Are you just waiting for me?
What? No, what?
Thank you. Orochi Iori. Thank you so much.
On his icon. Never mind.
JSA Jeff Johns Omnis had a silent stealth reprint. And it wasn't a restock. It was a reprint. It wasn't like Diamond found some and they're like, oh, no, it wasn't even Diamond. It was PRH that found some. It wasn't like they found some. It literally is a reprint because the price went up to $150. There was a new printing of it.
Jeff Goldblum. Dang,
Jeff Goldblum. Okay.
Finally, I got it.
I was lost. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Sorry, the icon. Timmy wants to start reading Green Arrow. Any suggestions?
Hell yeah, Mike Grell's run, baby. Go get that Mike Grell Omnibus when he comes back in stock. I promise you won't go back. It is freaking awesome. Yes, the content is you can say that it's outdated. And I understand. Like I remember people were upset with the things that were going on in that book, like human trafficking or there are some things like rape in there, okay? But I will say he was taking the stories from headlines that were going on in Seattle at the time. So it wasn't like these stories were coming out of his head going, I really want to write about this, beating up kids storyline or drugs. And it wasn't, I mean, it may seem stereotypical now, but these stories were literally happening in Seattle at the time. And that's why he wrote about it in like real life events in this comic book. It's wonderful, dude. I also like Judd Winnick's run. Solid run. Year One is a really good I really like the retelling of Year One by Andy Diggle and Jock, whose artwork is awesome. What's up, Joe? Joe drew a picture of me for Omni Bros. He's the guy that drew the picture.
Oh, cool.
Of the Omni Bros. Yeah. Great artist, too. Just want to say thank you for making my 2020 better. For as bad as 2020 was, you guys were one of the things I look forward to. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Epic. Any chance of a Captain Marvel epic? Marvel, not Danvers. Wouldn't mind Danvers, but too recent. But then we got Miss Marvel, right? 2 of those. That completes her run, so that's over. When she was just Miss Marvel. And then if you're talking about Captain Marvel, when she took over Captain Marvel, they've done, I think they would have to be called complete collections, right? But Captain Marvel. Yeah, we don't have, I would love a lot of that stuff collected. We have some of that in omnibus format in the Thanos book, but there's not a lot. You see, I'm an omnibus guy, so I would love that in omnibus format, but I take an epic collection of it.
Did you just get some deliveries?
Yeah, we got some stuff. What's up, Eric Garza? How's it going, buddy? Hey, Omar, I'm starting to collect the Carl Barks Duck books. Hell yeah, another convert. Which hardcover would you suggest for the maiden voyage? Oh, man. Christmas on Bear Mountain. You know why? First appearance of Scrooge. Classic. He's so angry. He's so different. Like, he's an old man. And you're like, this guy's an adventurer? And then you start seeing the development. Oh, dude. Yeah, get that one. I think that one's still in print. And actually, that one might be in a box set. I can't remember what. Okay, so Melanie's opening up packages. Yes, thank you all so much. We do have a P.O. box. It's right here. Near McCondition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky, 40383.
It's really fun to go to the post office and be like, we got packages. So thank you guys so much. And art, send us art.
And if you can't
put it on the fridge or behind us as well, I'll post this week our fridge with this recent stuff on it.
And if you can't mail your art to us, then email us at nearmidcolon@gmail.com because I've shown artwork here before.
It's really amazing. I've received stuff too, and thank you guys so much, Ray and everyone else who has sent stuff to the individual team, as well as to Omar and Melanie, and all the re-gifts that we're able to do giveaways for. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So this is from Kid Flash, and it says Merry Christmas. So that, it got lost in shipping, right? Before Christmas.
Versailles. That's right. That's what we call it here in Kentucky.
Versailles.
I've heard it all.
Omar, please share some of your favorite. I always do. Every time somebody sends us artwork, we share it on the Saturday show.
Put it on the bookshelf for a while. Then it goes to our fridge.
The fridge is for your kids' pictures, not
There's stuff from the kids too.
Okay, I love this freaking movie. I didn't know there was a book.
Oh, and I needed a new book to read. Is it Wait, is it manga or is it prose?
I think it's prose. It looks like a prose.
I need a new prose book to read.
So this is printed from Yen. Yeah, this is a prose.
Yay!
My wife is really. This is the place promised in our early days. I love this movie. It's what's his name? The guy that everybody describes as the new Miyazaki, Makoto. What was it? Shinkai? Was it Shinkai? I can't remember. Hey, I don't have that yet.
I got 2 copies. Let's read the.
Oh, it's Terry Moore's new book. It's Ever. The Way Out. From
Okay.
Antarctic Press.
It's okay to read for all the viewers.
Yes.
Big Omar, what up?
I like these new nicknames.
My main man in Kentucky.
Here
Herein, I'm sending you and Miss Melanie a little Christmas gift and a request. The novel, The Place Promised in Our Early Years, is for Melanie. Yay! That's
you know why I got time to read a book?
Oh, hush. Your birthday gift has been delayed, but it'll be coming your way eventually. Thank you. Ever is for Omar and Melanie. Ha.
Okay.
By Terry Moore. This Omar is the small graphic novel I was hoping you'd read and review on NMC at some point over the coming weeks or months. No rush.
Oh, thank you. I love Terry Moore. I haven't read this one yet.
Again, thank you both for the lives. Please don't stop. I look forward to them 24 to 72 hours after you recorded them. Best part of my week. Sincerely, Kid Flash. Yeah, I wish Kid Flash in the future. I wish you were on the lives. Extra copies, a Christmas gift for the amazing Amanda. Please pass it on to her.
We will.
For or after Christmas. Wow.
We sure will.
I was about to just go find a book to read, but
well, now you got a prose.
Hey, now you've got it.
Yeah.
Real books aren't allowed in here. That's right. My man knows.
We educate it.
You go ahead.
Do you even prose, bro? That's a shirt. I love that. Hey, copyright that right now, Melanie.
That'd be good for the what's that robot rapping battle?
Oh yes, that does sound like it.
Omar, will we get Absolute Fourth World Volume 2? I think that's the question up there with will we ever get a Batman by Scott Snyder Omnibus Volume 2 and a Mike Grell Green Arrow Volume 2. Nothing in the catalog yet. But, I mean, if you think about it, the Mike Grell and the Scott Snyder Omnibus have been out there longer. I mean, and look how long we had to wait for Animal Man Deluxe Edition Volume 2. There's still hope. Let's be hopeful.
Melanie.
This from Ludwig Wayne.
Oh, this is from Ludwig? This is all the way from Mexico.
This is from French. On the
yeah. Hope all is well. Here's a token of my appreciation for all the hard work you do. If I remember correctly, you said you wanted this particular book series, so here's the first one to get you started.
Okay, should I open it?
Over the last couple of years, it's been great watching your videos, but the most fun had to be when you came to my channel and we got to have just a fun conversation. Christmas is coming, so I wish the best for you and your family now and always. Dear Melanie, thank you for having patience and support Omar so he can keep doing what we love to see. Your videos definitely bring a fresh perspective on material you review. P.S. Sorry if your OCD will compel you to buy the remaining books. You know it will. Now you know how we feel when we watch your videos. Thanks, brother. And that was a lot of fun, man. And you just let me know next time you want me on your show again. Even though my Spanish is más o menos. Así.
You worry so much about it, Omar. It sounds great to me, but I can't speak it, so.
I can barely speak English.
Hey, that's my problem.
No, he didn't get me. Is that the Phoenix book that I saw on your shelf, dude? Because you
be careful getting it out.
It's a hardcover and it's white. And I remember seeing. Man, that's weird. We were just talking about this. How this is one of my grails. So in Latin America, they released hardcover versions of this of Phoenix by Osamu Tezuka.
Yes.
And they're beautiful. And now I have to get them all in Espanol. This is the only way to have them in hardcover because they haven't done them in America.
They don't. And it's a good series, too. I really enjoyed it.
Dude, thank you so much. Muchas gracias, mi hermano. This means so much to me. Now I have to get them all, you beautiful bastard. Oh, there's 12 of these. 12.
You cannot get Omar
Oh,
one
man.
thing because he will buy the rest. Like his.
Oh, my brothers do that crap on purpose these days too.
Oh wow, that's just wow.
Thank you so much,
That's
dude.
gorgeous. Here, hold it. Can I hold it up?
Sure.
There we go. And the back. Woo.
Fancy.
Okay.
Thank you. Seriously, that was really sweet. Ryan Wilson, with the recently released Omni like Infinity Origins, what would the order be? What would be the order of Thanos and Infinity Omnis? Your videos are over a year old. Thanks for calling me out, man. I was going to do an updated one now that we have Infinity Crusade. So if you just wait, I'm going to leave it up to the Patreons in January to decide between that and Wonder Woman. Does that suffice, Ryan? But I mean, honestly, you go with the original trilogy. And then the Cosmic. I'll do a Cosmic read-through.
Yeah,
Omar
there you go.
Spanish pretty one day. Omar talked pretty Spanish one day. Maybe one day. Un poquito. Didn't Omar just say that was a grill? Yeah, I did, man. That's like one of my grails. But like in America, they only release these in smaller size trade paperbacks, Viz did, and it had one printing.
Now they'll wait for the review.
A Phoenix.
Oh, this is cool. So this is Dying Breed collectors.
All right, so I'm going to read this. Feliz Navidad, hermano. A while back on your stream, you had mentioned you weren't able to get your hands on Deluxe Gotham by Gaslight. What a huge bummer. Seems like you really enjoy that story. I do. Oh, wow.
That's the second page.
Okay. Let's see. I was able to get my shipment in, so it seemed like a no-brainer to send you a copy. I also included a second gift. Although I'm sure you already own the second gift, I do believe you still have the flat spine version. Huh. Now, I don't necessarily want you to get rid of that one, but I figured for OCD's sake, maybe you'd like to have one with a round spine on display with the rest of the collection. I'm also fairly certain you mentioned this was your favorite cover of the 3 available. Oh, no. I know you have taken the time to thank you. I know I've taken the time to thank you before for everything you contribute to our community. However, I don't know if you have ever taken into account how much it's affected me personally. The reality is, without having your connection with David Gabriel and pushing Marvel in the right direction for reprints and new releases, I'm not sure that I could have transitioned into doing Dying Breed collectors. So he sells things online the way that I have. When you first announced the reprints of Bendis, DD, and Annihilation, I knew that if we were going to get into this business on the ground floor ahead of all these reprints, that would be the time to start. It gave me so much confidence knowing months ahead of time that books would be coming out, and that would be sure sales. Without you, I highly doubt that 2020 Wolverine reprint would have happened. Do you know what has been the best-selling book since starting DBC? Wolverine Volume 1. You knew it would sell. I knew it would sell. And because of your connection, you made it happen, and I was able to benefit along with many other retailers around the country. Starting Dying Breed Collectors has been a dream come true for me. It is the first time in my entire life where I am making enough money to get by without struggling. By no means am I rolling in cash, and I highly doubt anyone who hasn't done this for real as a full-time job fully understands the commitment and hard work. But Omar, let me tell you, man, for me, it's worth it. For the first time in my life, I'm truly happy with my work, and I don't want you to ever underestimate the role. And he drew me a picture.
Gonna make Omar cry, guys.
You gotta hide your face, baby.
No, I'm not hiding my face. I think the rest of it is personal. So, thank you, man. That is so cool. I'm so happy you got it. You know, you are in 2020 to start a new business is
rough.
Is unheard of. So the fact that you were able to make ends meet, more power to you, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the Wolverine picture and these gifts. So that's going to go up there in the background of my books.
Yeah, let me switch.
And thank you so much. Yeah, I've told this story. They waited a month to tell me this is canceled. And I was like, what? No, they didn't even tell me it was canceled. They just literally refunded my money without telling me. And I was upset with the company. And thank you so much. This is awesome. Yeah, this book was for some reason not meant to be in my hands. And now it's here.
I want to read it.
Sure. You go ahead. And I know what this is. Oh, you put a little Spidey in there. I know
it. Meant for reading.
I know what this is.
And you're right, James. Omar would love anything with Alf.
Yes, you got me the round spine. That's beautiful. And my favorite cover, the back and black cover. Thank you so much, brother. I hope you're watching. And if you're watching later, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
He was on earlier.
Yeah, I thought he was on.
Yeah. Say hey if you're watching.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy.
No, thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh, and Brian agrees with everything Diabetes says about Omar. He got me through some real tough times the last 2 years.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you all. You all fuel my passion for keeping, for doing this. So, I mean, it's become my job, you know. So it's a lot of fun, and I love doing this, even though I have to pick myself up from time to time. There's my buddy.
Thanks, Omar. Could you read my?
It has been weak. Okay, where's your Q&A, buddy? Where's it at? Let me find it. I swear, if it's about movies, I don't know the answer to.
Wait, doesn't he sometimes say it before he asks the question?
Okay, sometimes. Leo, ask me your question. I'll be looking out for
He's
it.
missing Amanda.
Alf's back in Pog form.
Pog form.
That was a
I
Millhouse.
I miss Pogs.
Nobody misses Pogs.
I miss Pogs. Nobody likes Bart's Nightmare. I liked it.
Oh,
He did. Thank you. Amanda is taking a leave of absence from the channel. Well, you know, work on home life, which happens. We all need that from time to time.
Amanda, use your little guide to help hold it up. Your parlor beads may stabilize it.
Oh, no. Well, then it would cover it up, right?
No, you just put it on the side of it. Just, yeah. See?
Look, Wolverine and Terry are buddies. They're going to fight each other.
That will happen one day.
Amanda sabbatical.
That epic crossover.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you guys see Wonder Woman?
I think she'll come back for old reader or new reader from time to time, but, you know.
Yes, we did.
What were your thoughts on it?
Did it. Well, should we?
Hold on.
I don't want to give spoilers.
No updates on IDW reprints. I'm gonna send another email to my contacts over there to see what's going on.
What about? Oh, sorry, you're not done.
Did I say East of West? I did say that, right?
You said
you did.
East of West is coming back 19 March, last printing. So if you missed out on it, go watch it.
What about in general terms, Tina?
In general terms, so.
Oh, much love to you, man. All of you. Thank you all.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I actually liked 84 better than the first one.
Really?
I know, right? Maddie liked the first one, not this one. But I still, it's not my cup of tea. When I say I liked it better, the standard is set pretty low. Yeah.
Let me read this from Leo first. Hey, Omar, I watched Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind.
Love that.
Love that movie. Love that. If you liked it, Leo, go read the manga because it's like Dune. It's just the beginning. The anime is because he didn't finish the manga until years, like decades after Nausicaa came out.
And which version did you watch? Because the older ones that were released here in America were like
Leo's a kid. He don't know about Wind Warriors or whatever the hell it was called in America.
Oh my god! I think we're probably the only ones who remember that.
Yeah,
anyways, honestly,
I remember. Well, her name was like Princess Gabriel or something like that because they were like, we're not calling her that.
The advert was totally like, it was just messed up.
Yeah. And I haven't seen his Dark Materials. I heard that they are canceling it after the 3rd season, so they're giving the showrunners one more season to wrap up the stories.
My book.
I haven't watched it either.
Right there. No, my book.
This is a good question. Please, can you specify what's the difference between an omnibus and an oversized hardcover? It is like you make a big issue when announcing X-Men Collected books, and I really can't get the difference. So what is the difference, Omar?
I can't answer that question because I don't think there's really a difference because sometimes it really, as far as size, like as tall, like the height, they're the same height. As far as how thick they are, the Omnis are supposed to be thicker. However, we've seen like the Cosmic Donny Cates Omnibus, which has almost 500 pages. And then we've seen like X-Men: The Wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix, which is an oversized hardcover, and it has almost 1,000 pages.
Is it just what's collected inside?
So literally, it's what they decide to put a stamp on the spine,
Okay.
whether it has the Marvel logo or the Marvel Omnibus logo. I think it's a loophole. How about this? I think this is not Marvel speaking. I think it's a loophole to get more oversized books out there, and I'm okay with that. I mean, if I look at my X-Men collection, a lot of it is made up of oversized hardcovers, and to have it in oversized format, I'm okay without a lot of these not having the Omnibus spine on them. Now, some of them, when they're being reprinted, will have the Omni spine on them, so Omnis can be used as a shield or
Or a blunt weapon.
I wouldn't be doing that. They're supposed to be thicker. That's right.
Oh, we need like a comic book guy in like a zombie apocalypse game that like that's his weapon. It's just melee damage.
That's my Omnibus?
You get their zombies after you?
Yes.
Papa la Juanquina.
Papa la Huancaína. Or
Huancaína.
salchipapas. Dude, salchipapas all day, every day, hermano. I grew up with salchipapas on the streets, dude. I used to steal from the vet.
He used to borrow.
I was a street rat. like Aladdin.
He's the Spanish version of Aladdin, yeah.
Dude, salchipapas all day, every day. My friends would keep them busy because I was the quickest one. Man, and I'd even take the sauces, dude. I had time to squirt them in because it's just mayonnaise and mustard because we didn't have.
What are salchipapas?
Literally, it's just French fries and hot dogs. That's it.
Really?
But man, boy, that was a big deal to us growing up.
I love you.
I have paid for my sins of the past. Okay,
Gosh.
tenfold. What's up, Sir Leonard Nimoy? Music career. Hello, my friend. Do I need to worry about getting my hands on Goblin's Last Stand Epic reprint? Not sure how it works, but I should be pre-ordering it. Comes out next week, right? I think there's enough. I don't think... that first printing went fast. It went in a month's time. So I think people that missed out on it have been hoping for a reprint, and it is finally here. So, if you want it, lock into it that first day. When it comes out that first day. Hey, Omar, if you could choose a mutant solo story, which mutant would you choose and which writer would you like to see for the story? I would like to see Gambit or Sabretooth. Gambit has had a solid run. Man, this question is so good. I love it. Because the right answer for me is always going to be, I don't know, Chris Claremont and Storm, Chris Claremont and Wolverine. But let's have some fun with it. I'd like to see Donny Cates tackle Longshot. There's my question. There's my answer.
You seem really to be in love with Longshot recently.
It was the long blonde hair and the baby blue eyes.
Just
And its power of luck. Its power was awesome. Sounds like Omar needs to take a drink of water. Yeah, this shake was thick.
What, did you get the super chat here?
I did not. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year, Omar and Melanie. What would a Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 2 collect? I tell you, that's easy, man. It would collect half of Volume 2 right here, and then all of this. So you're talking about 730 something pages. So half of this volume right here, and then all of this, all the final rest. So like I said, 700 and something pages. Probably the extras in there. I don't think they'll collect anything from the 90s series. Maybe one of the graphic novels. But there you go. David Gabriel is saying pre-order everything right now. So that's
a catch order.
Hope you're having a good New Year, sir.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
And am I right, David? Is that what Moon Knight Volume 2 would have? The rest of this and then all of Volume 3? You can go ahead and tell us, David. Is that coming out? Did it sell well enough? I'm sure it did.
Well, everything you want.
Omar, when will you suit up? That's up to David. David gets the call. Makes the call now when I get to suit up.
Oh, well, see, he said, well, everything you want.
Okay. I want a Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3. Is this my wish list?
Yeah, I don't
David,
know.
don't give Omar that power because he will be like, this will only sell 12 volumes, but
If I had that power, I would run him out of business so fast with New Warriors Volumes 2 and 3. He's going to be like, man, these sold 30 copies between Fabian Nicieza and his mom. I ain't listening to that fool anymore.
okay, guys, I see the comments of me as like the Burger King worker with my Jubilee-esque jacket, and now Larry from Doom Patrol. this is a
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh, that's adorable.
Tina.
You're just such a charismatic person that whatever you wear, it makes you a character.
I know.
Upcoming New Teen Titans Omnibus, are the contents any good, or is Volume 4 jumping off? To me, I'm a completist, and I love that run post George Perez. And I realize that a lot of people, when they think of New Teen Titans with Marv Wolfman, they always think of George Perez's artwork. But there's so much, like, to me, it was Marv Wolfman. It would be like it would be like telling someone to stop reading Uncanny X-Men when John Byrne left. No, if I did that, then you would be missing out on some of the best stories. Because then you also have Tom Grumet eventually that takes over New Teen Titans. And it's a solid read. Don't stop. Keep on trucking, man.
Somebody asked when David
turns on the Omni signal. That's when Omar puts on the that's the truth. All right, Tina, here's a question. What are your top 5 manga of all time?
So my top 10 is going to be a lot different than a lot of people's, but it's going to be primarily oldies. It's going to be not in any order. Ranma and a Half. It's going to be Magic Knight Ray Earth. Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, now it gets a little bit harder because you put me on the spot, man. Noragami is actually, it's still continuing and it's still ongoing, but Noragami is another favorite, and One Piece.
Awesome answers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at David dropping. You ain't gonna let me suit up, man? Inferno prologue, the made up book. Oh, here's the big one though. We'll just keep this between us. I couldn't say anything, and now you're just dropping off. Is this the real David Gabriel? Captain Britain is in the works. So there you go. Where'd you hear it first? From David.
Wait, DBZ All-Star made your list for you?
Yeah, please don't listen to
However,
DBZ All-Star.
Omnibus is in there. Wait, are the rest of yours or are these his?
Okay, and Marvel Treasury. Dude, have you been drinking? Okay, first of all, I would buy a Chuck Austin X-Men and a Peter Milligan X-Men Omnibus. Oh, Extreme X-Men needs to happen too, though. That's a good one.
He said, I guess.
I guess.
Extreme. Wait. Here.
So somebody asked.
Firestorm.
Yeah, here. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me do it right. Okay.
Oh.
So Freddie is asking, what's the one book you want to make but can't, David Gabriel? And David answered, Firestorm. Do I need to go get the suit to make this formal announcement about Captain Britain? Or just wait. We'll wait.
Just have Melanie bring you a tie. That works.
Any chance of having David Gabriel join the live stream one time? I'd love for that, but I think he has to sign away things and give away like he told me before. There's a lot of loopholes for him to be on just because of the position that he's in. And I don't blame him. At least we have communications with him, so that would be an awesome episode. It would be just me asking him a bunch of questions and you all blowing up the chat with like ridiculous things like we want an Alf Omnibus.
Can we get an Alf crossover, man?
Thanks, James. But what's funny is that Alf actually appeared in the reprint of X-Men by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. I had to point it out.
Really?
Yeah, he's in because Rob Liefeld drew him in that one picture with all the aliens, like
E.T. Okay.
Sharing that stimulus energy. Happy New Year's.
Breakfast of Champions.
What a nice gesture. Thank you so much.
I love that name.
What if we blur out his face
and then like use the robot voice?
Witness protection.
Like he's not in the witness protection program. I'm not saying that. Like, but then if I did that, then it
make it very obvious.
Andrew's asking and saying Happy New Year to us. Any chance we can get Marvel to change the X Factor by Peter David Omnibus to a 90s all-new X Factor Volume 1 Omnibus?
I tried. Sometimes David says no, and I have to respect that. So there you have it.
What about calling him David Gabriel?
Who does not work for Marvel? Is that what you want? Okay, get that man in trouble.
Just do Alf and just have him voice it over.
Yeah.
Hey, Omar, wondering if I need to read anything before or during for the Loki Omnibus, the one that's coming out, or the one that you have the Journey into Mystery. If it's Journey into Mystery, the only really real thing you need to read is the Siege storyline, which is what happens with two. What are you doing, baby?
I'm shaking up my fingernail polish.
You gonna put fingernail polish on right now on the show?
I can do both.
I mean, this is how you know it's live, guys.
Because I'm sitting here and not touching.
Yeah,
anything.
but the fumes are gonna get me high.
Oh well, it'll be more interesting.
Okay. Where was I? In the Mad Fraction Thor Omnibus. If you want to, you don't need to because it's its own thing. Now, if you're talking about the original or the one that I announced this week, you don't need to read anything because that literally are the early stories of Loki. So there you have it. Melanie's bored. She's putting on nail polish.
I'm not going to touch anything sitting here for the next half hour. So
yeah, David came by and dropped the ball. That's it. Then he's out. He's like, all right, I'm going to go back.
Go. People are asking me questions. I might do something I shouldn't.
And people start asking for things, and he's like, I can't keep up with this. I don't know how the hell Omar does it.
It is hard work. You have a lot to read.
What's your thoughts on DC Future State? I'll look forward to reading some of those stories. I look forward to reading some of those stories. Did you want me to tell them the Jurgens? Okay, so I think you're talking about the Jurgens Omnibus, right, sir? That it's been updated with those 2 missing issues. I think that's what he's talking about.
Omar, this finger polish stinks. Ugh.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that.
David, please hit the like button.
Did David hit that like button?
Hey guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure if you're watching this not live, comment down below. Leave us a little message.
He's gonna have a meltdown. He's trying to spell Jurgens, and he's like, Jurgens, and then he's like, geez, he's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out for the day. I don't need this in my life. I vote yes for Extreme X-Men Omnibus in 2021. That's one of my most wanted. I'm doing a couple of videos at the beginning of the year. Oh, this is the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
My most wanted Omnis of 2021 from Marvel and DC. So you may see some of the choices you all have, and hopefully we'll get some made. Is there any chance? Look at Adrian trying. Any chance? Tomb of Dracula. Volumes 2 and 3 this October. One day, Adrian.
In your dreams.
Yeah. David
Lionheart.
Gabriel, Happy New Year. Look at
Lionheart.
Lionheart. Thank you for working with Omar. Omnibus wish list. Savage She-Hulk. Oh, he's looking. He's making that $20 count. He's like Savage She-Hulk Omnibus. Alpha Flight Volume 2. My man. New Avengers by Bendis. Volume 2. Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze. Ghost Rider Danny Ketch, but I'm okay with that too. And Danny. And Danny. Okay. And Superior Spider-Man. Look at that wish list. I like that.
David said no extra.
No to Extreme, David, but it's Extreme X-Men, David. That stuff it's Claremont's run right after he left X-Men Revolution. So see, you could put it there and sell it as X-Men, Extreme X-Men, and it can go right between X-Men Revolution and New X-Men. That's the way I map it, but what?
We collect all things around here.
I'm enjoying Tina's cat collection.
Rotating
So why exactly is Marvel getting collected editions right while DC is kind of a mess? What is the key difference between the two? Honestly, I'm being serious. Like, they have David.
Yeah, I was.
Who's not only a great businessman, but he's also
able to reach out to people. Yeah,
and he knows what he likes, and he knows what people likes.
Santa for comic nerds.
Yep. I think David enjoys the chaos. What is he saying? I think David enjoys the chaos his present brings. We appreciate it, sir. Oh, there's my man. See, you should have thrown that in the super chat, Lionheart. He went to write it down. He wrote everything down except for New Warriors Volume 2.
How do you know?
Uncanny Omar not wear his Starman t-shirt. This is different day.
This is a different day.
Yeah,
This is a different day.
this guy's fanboy spirit on. Here's the color. It is My Dog Sled is a Hybrid. That's the name of the color.
What?
I don't know. That's what it says at the bottom. My Dog Sled is a Hybrid.
David Gabriel, please give Omar permission to announce the new Spider-Man Omnibus. Well, I love that Mario thinks there's one, and then like that's a good hustle. That's a good hustle move. I like that, Mario.
Thanks for the live chat or the live
and
chat.
thank you for the super chat.
Super chat.
What do you recommend for fans of Hawkeye?
The Mad Fraction Hawkeye run, but I really, really enjoyed Freefall. It was freaking awesome. And if you've not read any of the West Coast Avengers, or I'm sorry, Avengers West Coast is what they're known as now. Get the Epic Collection. That volume 1 is being reprinted next week. Yeah, it's got a lot of Hawkeye in there.
Yeah, my nails match your walls and your glasses, Tina.
Paint Omar's nails. Can't talk pretty, but can look pretty. Thanks. I appreciate that. No,
Much pretty. Now that Alien and Predator are Marvel, what's going to happen to all the Dark Horse books and those DC Dark Horse crossovers? They'll probably languish.
They'll probably be liquidated, I assume, kind of like what they did with their Conan books and Star Wars books, or Buffy. Yeah, they'll probably be liquidated. Omar, do you remember? Hold on, this question. Do you remember when Criminal Deluxe Editions Volumes 1 and 2 are getting reprinted? Now, they're not getting reprinted. They're being printed by Image, and those are supposed to be coming in March. Reprinted means that Marvel would still be printing them, and they're not doing that. I think Image is doing it now because it was part of the Marvel Icon line.
Here's a question for you, Tina.
Here you go, Tina.
Yeah, I just saw that. So that's actually a really good question, especially if you have pets and you collect things. So, hey, Tina, does your cat influence how you display your nerdy stuff? Because my 2 cats have forced me into bookcases with glass doors. And absolutely. I had a kitten that would mark things occasionally and still occasionally does, which is problematic. Been working on that. But we have to keep things at certain levels. Like it peed on my my art book for Princess Mononoke, and I was madder than fire. So yes, if you have pets,
fire is mad.
Like you have to do certain things. Like my figures are in glass cases because I had a cat chew off one of the heads of one of my figures. So yes, absolutely, it does make a difference on how we display things. You notice that all my pictures are at a certain level. It's so they don't get torn, knocked down. We've had it happen, and with pets, you have to think about it, or with like small kids, it's the same thing. You have to think about how you're keeping your collection, and if they're going to do something to it.
Our girls weren't allowed downstairs.
I'll even do one better. And Melanie wasn't allowed to touch some of my books.
I'm reading the Omnibus Volume 1 right now, and I'm not eating while I read.
You better not be eating while you read my books. You know the rules.
All right, David says up here.
And then Omar gave a sneak peek for the end of 2021. I spent so much time getting it ready for him. I have the May to September catalog, sir. May to August catalog, not the September to December.
I think with the smiley face, maybe he's.
Oh, you're teasing. You're teasing.
He's teasing. You're okay.
Subtleness is not Omar.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
This is
David. Yeah, overseas had hard time getting books during pandemic. Can you print more and lower the prices? There you go.
I can probably answer the second part. No. The first part, that is a question that I get a lot, is from overseas. People are having a hard time finding these books, and they want these books. And sometimes these books don't even make it over there, like Peter David's Hulk Omnibus Volume 2 or Excalibur. So I was gonna wait for David to come back from his vacation and start asking him some of these questions, because I want everybody to get these books.
Oh,
and I'm sure they want to sell.
Sorry about that. Go.
Yeah, okay, here. Thank you for the super chat. Scarlet Witch by James Robinson and Doctor's Doom OHC.
Oh gosh, yes, that Doom story, solid. The Ed Brubaker one, and Scarlet Witch by James Robinson would be an awesome OHC.
Tina, which one were you clicking?
This one, I thought it was really good. Any good single storylines to get into the 90s X-Men that are in print and available outside of an omnibus?
Single storylines to get into. Can you leave that open or
Yeah.
on? Thank you. 90s into 90s X-Men that are in print and available outside of an omnibus. Hold on. Okay, so Marvel started releasing these trade paperbacks. They're the X-Men. Oh my goodness, what line is Milestones? And the Milestones collect the events. And the events are anywhere from the beginning of the events, like the Dark Phoenix Saga, Mutant Massacre, all the way up until current events, like I think Age of X was the last one that they did. So you can collect them that way. I think the events are really good. Executioner Song, Extinction Agenda, those are all 90s. And they're great. They're still in print, and they're all in trade paperback format.
Yeah.
The collection is another great way to get them. Get the second Genesis Epic Collection, which is it's the tail end of Chris Claremont's final run on X-Men, but it also introduces you to the new X-Men lineup that I know people are familiar with from the cartoon. So that's my suggestion.
Excuse me. Juan's asking about why do I keep hearing that DC is a mess? What's going on?
They've had a lot of internal issues that has been everywhere. Everybody's been sharing the news, and it's kind of depressing. Like a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of writers and artists, creators have found out they lost their jobs after Future State.
Yeah.
So it's not good. It's sad. A lot of my contact, I don't have a single contact except for one person left over there, and that's just the solicit person, and he doesn't know what's going on. They don't, and I don't really have any solid for sure news about that. Everything is just hearsay, right? Everybody's just assuming the worst is going to happen. But
Well, I mean, when you see that when they keep switching around, they're letting people go. It's I've seen it before in other companies. It's like last grasp of seeing what will stick if they can make it through. And that's troublesome to see from the outside.
Omar has a good Death of Captain Marvel announcement he's holding. I do.
He's just going to announce it all for you.
Yeah, look.
I don't need your suit anymore.
I ain't gonna put on no suit. I love Kelly Thompson. Let's get Kelly Thompson on the show.
Who? Rebel by Design was talking about.
I hope David is seeing Kelly Thompson love. Please give her an OHC because people are wanting like her run on Hawkeye, her Gambit and Rogue run was probably one of my favorite runs that those two characters have had in years, Mr. and Mrs. X. And she's killing it on Captain Marvel. You read some of that her Captain Marvel stuff. They're so solid. So hopefully she'll get some OHC love. That'd be nice.
Baby Z All-Star says not only amazing writer, but amazing person.
She seems like it. I really do need to ask her on the show. See if she wants to talk to me. Waste some time to do it. Omar's DC contacts a janitor and the guy has the ear crossed. That's not true, man.
It's always the underdog that saves the day, right?
I gotta go get my suits down for Saturday's show when David shows up. He's dropping bombs and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, then everybody forgets about Omar when he's announcing, and they're like, "Oh, we already heard from David himself. We already know."
Thank you, Bearded Bird Nation.
This show is so legit. Love that it's all in caps, man. Thank you.
Too legit to quit.
You two need to stop right now. You two need to stop right now. This man just gave us praise, and look at you about to mess that up.
We've been stuck in quarantine for so long.
That's fun to sing. Lionheart said I'm in the hot seat. Like, if I don't like Transformers,
you are in the hot seat.
What are we gonna do?
Well, that's three strikes. You're out, right?
Oh wow.
Well, how is that the third? It's the second strike. If I don't like it, which I doubt. Starman's the first.
There was something else you did.
You're just making stuff up.
Omar, do you have any more Spider-Man reprint news other than the Todd McFarlane Omnibus? Maybe.
Shifty eyes.
That's all I can say. Until David comes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, all these would be."
Nonchalant.
Somebody's mentioned about AT&T with the DC situation.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it, how they're treating that business.
Right here.
Right.
Not DC is in trouble, but AT&T cannot handle the movie theater close-ups, and they're trying to save money everywhere, and they don't have a clue how comics work, so they are making bad decisions. Absolutely. That has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, Omar, will you and Rob be doing a video game show anytime soon?
So that's one of the things I was going to talk about a little bit.
Segue into.
Segue. So I'm sure most of you all have noticed, or most of the fans that have been watching our channel for years or a long time, we haven't had a panel show since March. It's almost been a year because, we want to be responsible and not be in the same room together. So, my wonderful co-hosts have, let me carry the show and kind of morph it into what it is now. And they've also decided that they want to continue doing panel shows, but there will be a second channel to do that on because they don't want to interrupt the flow of this channel with the collected editions and all. It
might be too much for your viewers to receive so many notifications, Yeah.
So we're gonna be starting up a second channel sometime in the next couple of months. I don't know. I don't have a date. They don't have a date, and I'll be jumping on that whenever they need me, if they need me. But that's one of the changes that's happening, just because we don't know when these things are going to end, right? We don't know when these things are. When things will go back to normal the way they used to be. So when Rob and I will do the video game stuff, it will be on that channel and not on this one. So we don't know what we're going to call it. I like Maddie's name, which was low expectations or not many expectations or something like that. But it was really cute the way she put it.
Keep the bar low.
So the other thing I wanted to...
Hey, Andrew said... NMC.
God,
too legit to quit.
I just told these two to stop singing that.
No, I like it. That's a good name.
Oh my goodness.
Games. Yeah, I mean, anything goes on that channel. Oh my God, this is actually brilliant. NMC Blue Team and Gold Team.
Gold Team.
Baby, I'm all blue because that's got Wolverine, but the Storm was in gold. This is so tough. What a tough choice.
Oh,
by the way, for people still trying to message David jumped in the pool. So all that fun
because his doesn't overflow. Flood.
He's like, I'm jumping in the pool.
Oh my goodness,
Omar, don't hurt him.
That's Hammer, right? Do you know that? Do you know anything about MC Hammer? That's Hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew.
It. Don't.
I have a neighbor who still has Hammer pants and will mow in them.
Yes.
They are looking dingy.
Yes. Timmy, is this a reference to Too Many Cooks?
I hope so.
Too many mints, too many mints. Oh, I love that thing. Oh, wait. Ace said, answer my Q&A about Death and Sandman.
What was it?
You know what? I think I did read earlier about, do you read Death after Sandman?
You can.
Somebody said, read it after.
But I think it makes sense to read it afterwards because it originally came out afterwards.
Yeah.
So if you want to go in like the publishing release schedule, then absolutely call it. Somebody said adjectiveless near mid condition, which I really like. That's what I call adjectiveless X-Men. And it's blue and gold. And then every other month there's a crossover stream. Part 1 is on the blue channel, part 2 is on the gold channel. That's the ticket. Look at you all with these wonderful ideas.
Nice.
And then Andrew.
Look, they're singing Too Many Cooks.
Harry.
A lot to make it stew.
What you want to hit on?
Me and you. Andrew.
Too Many Mints. I think we just got
our
a channel promotion.
Too many mints.
Junior Mints.
Condition near mint.
Oh, I'm no junior mint. Thank you.
Like who keeps condition near mint? That's actually pretty cool. Omar. Oh, what a question. If you were one of the X-Men, I've been waiting all my life for that question. Which X-Men would you be close friends with? And who would you date?
You could date up. Okay.
I would have relations with a lot of the X-ladies. You know, for like, I don't know, Scrabble or something. Like they want to come over and play Scrabble with me one-on-one.
Worst date ever with Omar.
Which friends? Oh man, I would love to hang out with Wolverine, but I would have to have some kind of like healing factor in order to keep up with his drinking. Because you know he doesn't ever get drunk. I feel like I would just be drunk the entire time while Wolverine's having fun.
Does he never get drunk or just not get hurt from it?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't get drunk. That's part of his.
Well, then what's the point of drinking?
Now he can drink, but he eventually gets drunk. But it takes a lot for him to get drunk.
Okay.
But does Wolverine really hang out with any of the like guy?
Yeah, he hung out with Colossus and him and Nightcrawler.
Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, him and Nightcrawler and Colossus.
Don't come at me with this, Tina. You know.
Like I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, I don't really remember him hanging out. But you're right.
Yes.
You would date Wolverine all day. No
Yeah, he would date. He would be best friends, and they'd be dating. They would be.
Why are you guys trying to ship me and Wolverine?
They would have spa days. They'd be wearing their little man buns. You know what I mean?
We'll be talking about our troubles we've had all day. Like, man, there's too many. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Not that I've thought about this all the time.
Low Hit says, open the Marvel swimsuit issue and take your pick. The water's really drawn well.
Yeah, look at all that water, baby. Oh, man.
He just wants to play, like,
I think it would have to have a healing factor to, like, just even try to, like, steal a kiss from Rogue, right?
What about you, Tina?
Me?
Yeah.
Jubilee would be hanging out at the mall all day long.
Okay, if it was the 80s, it would be me and Jubilee hanging out at the mall, being little mall rats, going to the arcade. You know, that'd be stellar. Dating, I always had a thing for Nightcrawler and Beast. I don't know why, but one of the two. Maybe, but I don't like Dr. Manhattan, so I don't have a blue thing.
It's not what Dr. Man. Never mind.
I think I would like to just chill with Storm. She's so mature and wise, and
yeah. You go chill with Storm. Go hang out with Storm.
Look, Melanie. Never mind.
I would date Storm. You guys are cute. I would date, dude. I'd have open relations. I ain't even locking down anything. If I'm over there with those goddesses.
Okay. But it would be like Storm with the Hawk. The Femme Hawk was hot.
I'll take Storm, any Storm. Savage Land Storm, though.
Savage Lands.
Yep. Savage Land Storm. What color is Hulk now? Haven't been. He's still green. Oh, you haven't read it in years? Dude, you need to find Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk is the best Hulk it's been in a long time. It is so awesome.
I don't think I would date any X-Men.
You would? Why?
I just nobody strikes me that
Afraid
way.
of being fridged?
Nobody strikes my fancy.
Strikes your fancy? How old are you?
SpiderMan.
Did the Wolverine picture fall again?
SpiderMan.
Oh shoot! Terry Bogart's giving too many power waves.
Yeah,
SpiderMan's good, but he couldn't take you out on dates. It'd be like going to Burger King drive-thru.
I don't mind. We can web swing.
Dude, look at I love this. I would date Jean, steal her from my boy Cyclops. Dude, I wouldn't even go for Jean. I'd go for the Goblin Queen because I like her style more.
Okay, I really can't find the picture.
Have you seen her outfit?
It's right here.
I have not.
You haven't seen the Goblin Queen's outfit? Come on, Tina.
I'm gonna do no.
Melanie would totally date Gambit. You would totally date Gambit.
No.
She says that now.
Nothing about his personality.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's
right?
Goblin Queen. Okay.
Goblin Queen.
Yeah, maybe New Mutants or Exiles. I gotta look it up. I don't know. I need a list in front of me. No smart person would ever date a telepath.
Right. Because she would know. What are you thinking about? Don't tell me. I already know. You're thinking about Emma. I was. Damn it. I'm so sorry.
No boundaries. If you don't like having boundaries, I mean, date a telepath.
Near make condition. Omar cannot date Spider-Man. Brings a whole new meaning to here's my
Giles is a Emma guy. Me too.
Yeah, me three.
Jean's fine.
I take Goblin Queen over Jean though, all day, every day. You date Colossus. Colossus is a good guy.
No, he's too much of a good guy. Look, I married you. Because
I mean, Melanie has a point there. She likes to redeem. So you've got to get the guy that's sort of like on his pathway to redemption, or somebody that has a little bit of edge in their past.
Yeah, or just I like
So Gambit, right?
Colossus is too boring.
Gambit was bad. What about Sabretooth? Your Sabretooth Wolverine.
No. Well, I guess the closest Wolverine.
Narmit fan fiction is
That's right.
Ace said that I already had the That's Man, so I didn't.
Oh, thank you, Ace. You're so sweet.
You're warm.
Yep, I am.
You're getting muscles.
Getting? What do you mean getting?
They're growing.
Okay. What happened to
Work
the
it
book
out.
talk? David, he said
We're in a very important fanfic meeting right now.
they started fanficking who would we date in the X-Men. Melanie's
Adam X. They're trying to find me somebody.
Melanie's too snooty to pick somebody.
Nobody strikes my fancy.
That's good. Do you guys, when you read your comics, do you play music?
Yes.
No.
Well, what type of music, Omar?
Video game music. But when I was younger, I would actually listen to albums. So a lot of like this is so dorky, but I don't care. I've shared a lot with you all. Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet" will always remind me of the Outback years. So I can't read the Outback years without thinking of Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet," or I can't listen to "Slippery When Wet"
and not think
of the Outback years.
Always listen to lo-fi video game music.
And now I listen to video game music too. Yep. I recently watched your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Year 2 overview. I picked up Year 1 and Shattered Grid. Year 2 is out of stock everywhere. That Boom does a really good job of bringing those back into print. That is the only book that for some reason Boom knows, oh, we can make money if we keep these in print. Everything else is like whatever. Irredeemable. Those not coming back into print. But at least with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they keep them. So keep an eye out. I don't have a contact at Boom, so I don't really know. But keep an eye out. Those do come back in from time to time.
Zoom is asking.
Look, he said Mr. Gabriel.
SpiderMan by Michelini and Bagley Omnibus.
And let me tell you something. Zoom's never refer to me as Mr. Omar. It's always, hey, man, what about this? Mr. Gabriel. Look at that. That he is serious about that book. That's one that I actually we talked about. Because he was like, didn't we do that? And I'm like, no, I think it would be a good book to fit between Spider-Man versus Venom and the Clone Saga. Just saying.
Alexa's wife has a crush on Logan. Laughing so hard at John.
Don't judge me.
Bon Jovi. What did Frank call him? Mr.
John Bon. No, Mr. Bon John Bovi. I can't remember.
Multiple man. Ooh, have the house clean. Food and shopping done at the same time.
Why does that remind me of the episode of The Simpsons where Homer is talking about the benefits of having two wives? And he's like, two wives. And it's literally one was cooking, the other one was feeding him great. I can't remember. It's ridiculous. And
no.
Oh, look. Okay. Here are all these messages for David. David Gabriel. Hi from the UK. We seem to have had a really low stock of Incredible Hulk Omnibus Volume 2, with many distributors not getting it. Will they come if I'm patient? Thank you. Mr. David. Mr. David, Mr. Gabriel. Mr. David. You're cracking me up with how kind you are. Lemire Old Man Omnibus, please. That would be an old man Logan Omnibus by Jeff Lemire. I'm surprised we don't have that yet, honestly. Has X-Men Volume 1 by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee sold out already? Seen it listed on in-stock trades. Oh, it doesn't come out until the 6th. It was pushed back until the 6th, so it's not sold out. Just make sure. I told people, I think that one was still in stock, if I'm not mistaken, at Diamond, but I know that Uncanny 3 is gone from Diamond. So for the people that want it now, you may want to get it that first day. And you know me, I don't like pushing FOMO on anybody, but that first day, I think, is necessary for that Uncanny 3. And we have a lot of Omnis coming out this week. If you've seen my upcoming collected editions, there's a lot of Omni-Boo being dropped on January 6th, guys. Moon Knight, Infinity Crusade, Uncanny Volume 3, X-Men by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont, and Savage Sword Conan Volume 4. So
I got an answer. I'd be friends with.
Oh, we're
Kitty
going back
Pryde.
to that?
Yes, I'll be friends with Kitty
She was
Pryde.
thinking about it this entire time, Omar.
No, not the entire time. And I would be dating Mr. Sinister.
Sinister?
No, I'm just kidding.
I actually like it. That's a good answer.
No, I
Sassy Sinister recently from the Gillen run, and
Imagine what type of pet names she would have for Sinister.
when he was like, "I'm gonna have to take that, I'm gonna have to take that cape."
Oh,
Okay,
no.
David saying pre-orders rule. Okay, so everybody pre-order. He's a big push for that. I like the original X-Men too. I live in Denmark. Pre-order everything at my local comic book shop. Never missed a single book, so I recommend to pre-order as David requested. Okay, so Tim agrees with David.
Cricket.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm in a meeting. I'm meeting with our international distributors this week, and I will mention all of this except Alf. Thank you. God bless you for that last part.
Yeah.
He's there with you in spirit. I love this comment. I'm sorry. 2020 was the year of FOMO. First hand sanitizer, then toilet paper, then Omnis.
One of my favorite text messages I ever got from David was, "Are these people serious about Alf?" And I said, "No." But then I think so far. I said I could always take a poll and see if they're serious, but I don't think they're serious. But
They're not serious. I don't think so.
Yeah, let's take a poll. This was just for fun. Are you serious or not serious? People still say they're serious.
Let's see. Omar, so how do we get Uncanny Omnibus Volume 3 overseas? Are the stocks over at places like Hachette too? See, Hachette has a different stock than Diamond here. So I don't know. And I know Diamond UK has a different stock than Diamond US. So it's hard for me to know. But David just mentioned meeting with his international team sometime next week. So hope springs eternal for all you people that have been asking me, when are you getting these books? Because I know you've been asking me for a long time. So they're coming. Since David Gabriel is here, great job on Savage Sword of Conan Omnis. They're beautifully put together. I have all three. Great job. You're going to have all four this coming up Wednesday when the fourth one comes out. Ooh, which do you think is better, Mouse Guard or Mice Templar? Mouse Guard.
Yeah, I haven't read the Mice Templar. Mouse Guard's good.
So Mouse Guard for me. David is saying the books are all available to be ordered by all international accounts. So I wonder why some of them are having issues.
Freddie says, I'm 100% serious that Alpha is my bargaining chip for Zdarsky's Howard the Duck omnibus. I'll drop it for that.
Ooh. Zdarsky.
Now you're speaking David's language.
Oh, man. Zdarsky's spectacular SpiderMan omnibus would be awesome, too. I guess it really depends on the sales of the Daredevil OHC, right? So you all got to make sure to buy that up. I love seeing Zdarsky's name. Oh, and Invaders. He has an Invaders coming up this week, too, which I'm doing an overview of soon. So, yes, Invaders is coming.
Berserk Volume 6.
Anytime soon.
March,
No?
I think. March.
Zorak.
And Zorak.
Hey, your teacher's brother was the voice of...
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I had a high school teacher that...
Really quick.
Go ahead.
Web and Spectacular is at some point.
Brack, that's his name. Yeah, his brother was the voice of Brack.
I don't remember. It's been a while now, but so my high school teacher, who has the last name of Merrill, I won't give you his first name for privacy, but his brother was one of the voice actors in Space Ghost Coast to Coast. He was actually the guy in the Space Ghost outfit dancing at the end of the show.
Oh.
Yeah. And he told me, like, my history teacher told me so many funny stories about his brother and how he had to bring his own toilet paper and other funny things, which I won't enthuse you guys with here.
What's up, Green Lantern? Spectacular Spider-Man will sell regardless. Yeah. The one that I like, I mean, classic Spectacular will. The one that I love a lot is the recent Zdarsky stuff and those trade paperbacks that are out of print. And I'm a big fan of his work. That guy has grown on me, and a lot of people have also found his work out because of, what was it? The Spider-Man book we read. What's that Spider-Man book called, baby? The life
Which one? Very
Life
top?
Story. Spider-Man Life Story. If you've not read it, do yourself a favor and read it.
Chair.
I was hoping they would do a OHC of that because it's so good.
Yeah, I thought Berserk Volume 6 already came out. Isn't it?
Thank you, Green Lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Because he said somebody said it came out a month ago.
6 came out? I thought 5 came out. Wait, hold on. 5 times.
No, 6 is over here.
Oh, 6 is out. The reprint is February. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Reprint is February of Berserk Volume 6.
Yeah, it's on Amazon, so it's got to be out.
What's up, buddy? I got your package. I opened it up. If you want to go back to noon, just getting home. I just wanted to wish you a great New Year and thanks for all the hard work. And thank you so much, man.
You.
He meant
got
Volume 7. March is Volume 7. The restock of Volume 6 is coming out. Mr. Gabriel. Oh, look at that. Not that one. That's not brave. Mr. Gabriel, keeper of the collected editions. I love these titles you already given. Yeah, thank you, Ludwig. That is freaking awesome. First of his name, Lord of the Library. Wow, I love this. All right, let me start. Gabriel, keeper of the collected editions, first of his name, Lord of the Library. We beseech you, please give us more Spider-Man, please. Extreme X-Men, more Spider-Girl, and some Slingers. Slingers! You gonna throw Slingers in there? You had me up until Slingers. But I'll take a complete collection of Slingers. Hello, NMC. Is Descender Deluxe Volume 2 out of print? It is out of print right now. Yes. Can't seem to find it anywhere. Have you tried? Last resort, I always... Target sometimes gets those books in, believe it or not. Okay, we gotta start wrapping up.
Hey, I'm not hangry.
No.
That just really worked.
I love the OHCs, but scared of them not being finished, like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man by Slott, Thor by Aaron. Well, Thor isn't finished yet. How about that? But I see what you mean. I love OHCs too. I really thought we were going to get a superior Spider-Man Omnibus, so I kept my OHCs for that. Michael Michael Hood. Oh, dude, Micronauts for life. Yes. Good Saturday morning. Is DC doing any Omni reprint in the current situation? I always hope for a reprint of Neil Adams' Batman or Absolute Crisis. Thanks. Right now, I don't know if any, sadly. I wish I had better news. I'm so sorry.
You know what? How about before you take one more question?
Okay.
I had a dream last night. I had a nightmare.
We're going to talk about a dream that you had?
No, listen, that we were setting this up, and then you were on the phone talking around, so I'm trying to carry the conversation. And then Dan came over.
A dream that you had?
No, listen, that we were
that was weird.
and Dan came over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, shoot, I have to go get you a mask. So then I leave, but then Dan leaves. I'm like, nobody's on the stream. That was it. I just...
You made me stop. You talked about this dream that went absolutely nowhere.
I miss you guys so much.
Miss you too, Tina. Do you think the main issues of Absolute Carnage in King in Black will be collected in future Man Omnibuses? Excellent question. Ooh, I don't know. Because I think they would want you to buy an Absolute Carnage Omnibus, honestly. I think they would want you to buy a King in Black Omnibus. And I'm thinking of things like X-Men, right? X-Men by Jim Lee is missing Extinction Agenda, both volumes 1 and 2. It's also missing Days of Future Present that can only be found in oversized hardcover. So for me, and I don't speak for Marvel at all, but I'm going to say no. I don't think that they would be put in the Ven Omnibuses if you're talking about a Donny Cates specifically omnibus. I haven't seen heard the Sandman audio yet.
I keep forgetting.
Wait a minute. There's 383 people watching and only 249 likes. What's up with that?
Right. I was going to say, before we go any further, and I know it's near the end, before Omar takes that last question, guys, if you're still watching, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you're watching this after time, comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear suggestions. Do you have any questions for us that didn't get answered? Please hit us up down below. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very professional. Thank you, Tina.
I'm gonna put this question with this question right here from Atit. How to best read Wonder Woman by Rucka, and from Andrew. Omar, which Wonder Woman run do you want to get an omnibus next? William Mester Loebs, John Byrne, original Greg Rucka, rebirth Greg Rucka, and all of you smash the like button. For me, I think we are long overdue for a Greg Rucka Wonder Woman omnibus, the pre-Infinite Crisis omnibus. I would love that. William Messner Loebs totally deserves it. John Byrne's run was, honestly, it's John Byrne. It's going to sell, but it was okay. It's not one of my favorites. I mean, we have, and I really love Phil Jimenez's artwork. It's beautiful. But man, reading that omnibus is dense. That Wonder Woman omnibus by Phil Jimenez, it's gorgeous to look at, but just prepare to set some time aside if you really want to devote some time to reading that book. I swear, it is a struggle sometimes to read that book. There was another question. Yes, and you're right. Leading Quest is right. Messner Loebs, dude needs the cash. Absolutely. He was homeless up until a couple of years ago. This is the guy that, created Artemis. He's the guy that wrote Wonder Woman. He wrote Thor. He wrote Flash. And he had health issues. Like, he lost an arm. Like, he only has one arm. And he was homeless up until a family friend read an article somewhere and took him back in. Took him in to live with him. So you're right, man. Honestly, the guy needs his money, and it's got beautiful artwork by Brian Boland on covers, and then Mike Deodato Jr. Let's have David Gabriel on every time, please. And then I won't need to wear the suit anymore, man. There was one really good question.
Was it the licensed property?
No. I'm so sorry. And if you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments section. I am. Our Patreon is going to be changing here in the next couple of weeks because so many people have asked me to do this and to keep doing these Q&As. I'm going to do a AMA on Patreon at a new level for some of our tiers, like to make it a little more personal for people that really want their question answered and I can't get to sometimes because it is kind of difficult to go through the questions from time to time. But that's going to be changing. We're not going to the tier, the names are going to change a little bit, but that's about it. Not up in the price.
Offering a new tier.
Yeah, offering a new tier. So,
be putting out a video explaining all of that. Really excited for a way to help everybody get involved because as we're growing, we still want to keep that tight knit community thing going, and I think this will be, or we think this will be a great way to kind of streamline that, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, John Carlos, thank you so much.
Get in one more. Thank you.
Great shows always. Can we get an Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus up until the Miles run, including Volume 1 reprint, please? That one's for David. I'm going to have to send David some money now. As far as, I don't think, do they have enough material for a Volume 4? Because I know with One Piece, what's the latest volume that's come out, Tina? Do you remember off the top of your head?
Volume? No, I know we've hit 1,000 chapters. So, but I don't remember what volumes come out because I read chapterly now on my Shonen Jump app. So
is that a word, chapterly?
Sure, no, I guess
yeah.
It is now. It's a Tinaism.
It's now.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Tinaism. All right.
Tinaism.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this live chat every Saturday.
This is fun.
We do this from 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Look, what we
this one extra long. Y'all paid for this one though. That's okay.
Yeah, thank you for all the super chats for supporting.
Yeah. For the Patreons,
supporting.
Thank you so much for joining us, and everybody have a wonderful weekend. Let's kick off this new year right. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe. I'll be back with another video probably tomorrow. Every day there's a video, so come back to the channel, please.
Yep. David says Happy New Year, and Josh says we didn't fight today.
We didn't fight.
Yes. High five.
We didn't fight, or we didn't fight.
High five. I think it's
no fights today.
Have a wonderful rest of the week, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Stay safe. Happy New Year's, guys.